This is Kelso Sturgeon. Thank you very much for joining me at the College of Advanced Sports Handicapping. It's Friday, September the 9th. This is my weekend report for Saturday and Sunday. We'll be right back here Monday to talk all about Monday Night Football and that doubleheader. Now, last night I lost my 50-unit NFL play, just missing with the New Orleans Saints. No apologies, I just got beat. It's as simple as that. My Best Bet Best Bet Club clients, however, took down the money again with the Oklahoma State Cowboys and their blowout win over Arizona. That leaves the Best Bets Club 6-2 for the season, up 130 units already. Now, this is a big weekend. On Saturday, I'm releasing my 50-unit college game of the week, but in that same package, releasing three nationally televised marquee games, Alabama at Penn State, BYU at Texas, and then that Saturday night game that finds Notre Dame at Michigan. Once again, Saturday, my 50-unit college game of the week plus three marquee TV games. You can get it all right here on this website or toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. On Sunday, it's my 50-unit NFL game of the week, plus that big Dallas-New York Jets game on Saturday night, all in the same package. And then on Monday night, I will be releasing one of the two games in the NFL doubleheader as a 50-unit play. Once again, every game, all services available on this site and toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. Now, we've got a lot to talk about, and I'm going to get right into it. As I noted earlier, my Best Bets Club off to a dynamite start, 6-2, up 130 units. And if you'd been betting just $10 a unit on these games, you have already shown a profit of $1,240. You can get my Best Bets Club for just $199 for the entire season. It includes all the college games, all the NFL games, the rest of Major League Baseball through the World Series. And once again, Best Bet Club services available, $190 for the entire season. All major credit cards are accepted. Sign up on this site or toll free at 1-800-755-2255. Now to the business at hand. You know, there's some interesting money moves, some of them by the wise guys, some of them by the public on Saturday's games, and I'd just like to run them down and explain something to you. The money has shown for Central Michigan over Kentucky. Kentucky opened to -13. They're now -10.5. The smart money has shown for Toledo over Ohio State. Ohio State opened 20. They're now -18. The same thing for Cincinnati over Tennessee. Tennessee opened at a -6.5. The Volunteers are now -4.5. The money is shown for East Carolina over Virginia Tech, the team that's rated second in my top 15. Virginia Tech opened 19.5. They're down to 17.5. And then in a fascinating move, California has made a big smart money move, and this was wise guy money, over Colorado. California opened as a 4-point favorite at Colorado. They're now 6.5 and look to be going up. Vanderbilt, big money is shown for Vanderbilt against Connecticut, and it's also smart money. Vanderbilt opened a +1. They're now -2.5, a shift of 3.5 points. Then two more games, Arkansas State over Memphis. Arkansas State -13 to open, now -17. That makes me a little nervous. I can't find out where the money came from. And then we have Western Kentucky over Navy. Navy opened 12 in this game. They're down to 9.5. That's another big money move, and that is smart money. Now, the one thing to remember about smart money is it's right 50% of the time. I did a study over a period of 5 years, and when the money showed on a game, it was right just less than 51% of the time, which means that it's right 50% of the time and wrong 50% of the time. When you see that money as shown on a game, don't ignore that. That's important. That's somebody's opinion that packed a lot of money and power with it. But don't assume that a money move is an automatic winner. It just doesn't work that way. there's more to it than that. Now, you know, last week we had a full board of extra games, which primarily sent major powers against Division 1AA teams, and interestingly enough, the bookmakers were very sharp. There were 29 of those games. The favorites went 15 and 14 against the money. So most bookmakers are offering the extra games now, and you can pay attention. If you think you can beat them, take your best shot. The shortest price favorite on the extra board this week, Buffalo, is a -10 over Stony Brook, and just between me and you, I am going to make a small wager on Stony Brook plus the points. The biggest favorites on the board today are Florida State -55, I beg your pardon, Saturday, are Florida State -55 over Georgia Southern, LSU -49 over Northwestern State. You're on your own. Now, there are big games this week of tremendous significance, and as I said earlier, I'm releasing 3 of them along with my 50-unit college game of the week. In a big game, and a big game I would consider Alabama, Penn State, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas and BYU, and Notre Dame at Michigan. These are big games. Now, who's going to win them? How do you separate the winners from the losers? There's 5 basic elements that do this in all games, not just big games. You want the team that has the most blue-chip talent in its starting lineup and the most blue-chip talent on its 3-deep depth chart. Talent wins football games. You want a team with game-breaking players, or at least a game-breaking player. You want a team with the best skill players. You want a team that's deep and experienced in its offensive line. Juniors and seniors preferred, seniors really preferred. And then you want a team with a superior defense. These are the elements that produce winners in all college football games. Let's run them down again. The team that has the most blue-chip players running 3 deep on the depth chart, game-breaking players, the best skill players, a deep and experienced offensive line, and a superior defense. You follow those 5 elements, and I guarantee you, you'll win far more than you lose in every single college game, and not just the big ones. Now let's jump to the NFL for just a minute here, and I'll follow that up with that promised 50-unit free 50-unit blowout winner that I'm giving out today. Here's some observations on the NFL. The bookmakers are complaining already that the betting lines on these games are not high enough on some of the favorites. They say teams are being offered to the public at 5 and 6, -5, -6. They should be -10 or -12. And my answer to them is, well, why don't you move the number? And they said, well, they're just too nervous to do that. So you might take a little edge with some of the favorites this week. Many of them, according to real, legitimate bookmakers, are being quite underrated. So the bookmakers are complaining the lines are not high enough on favorites. Just keep that in mind as your handicap. New England remains a 9-2 favorite to win the Super Bowl. Green Bay is the second choice at 5-1. My choices to get to the Super Bowl: the New York Jets, 12-1 shot. The Atlanta Falcons, a 15-1 shot. I have all the reasons in the world to feel this way, and you can read about them on my website a little bit later today. And point number 4, as I handicap the first week, I will be very, very beware of any team starting a rookie quarterback. That includes the Carolina Panthers and Cam Newton, the Cincinnati Bengals and Andy Dalton. Well, now to that 50-unit blowout winner. You know, in handicapping games, I'm always looking for strength against weakness, a strong team against a weak team. And I go for the big money when I find a team that has everything going for it, and playing a team that has nothing going for it. And we have just such a game today. It's a 50-unit play. It's yours free. And I just am so confident that we'll cash this ticket. The game, Temple, minus the 15 over Akron. Temple has a great offense, a great defense. They absolutely crushed a good Villanova team last week. They come to play. They're ready to go for it. As for Akron, they have a terrible defense and a worse offense. Temple should win this game by 25 or 30 points and do it rather easily. So the free play this week is a 50-unit blowout play on Temple over Akron. Last but not least, now just remember, I've got all my big plays going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. All my other services in action, and all of them winning. You can get all these games toll-free at 1-800-755-2255 or on the internet I beg your pardon, or on this website on the internet, and all credit cards are accepted. All major credit cards are taken. I wish you well this weekend. Now let's get ready to go have a good one.